Jack Torrance, an aspiring writer and recovering alcoholic, accepted a job that seemed perfect for him, the winter caretaker of the remote Overlook Hotel located in the Colorado Rockies. It was an opportunity to rebuild his life, mend his relationship with his wife Wendy, and find peace with his young son Danny, who possessed a mysterious psychic ability known as the Shining. As the Torrance family settled into the grand, isolated hotel, the snow began to fall, cloaking the Overlook in a serene yet eerie silence. The hotel, with its opulent rooms and long, whispering hallways, was like a character itself, imposing, secretive, and alive with the echoes of its storied past. Danny's psychic abilities intensified in the presence of the hotel's powerful aura, revealing horrifying glimpses of the hotel's history parties that ended in tragedy, the violent deaths of some guests, and the sinister influence of former caretaker Delbert Grady. The boy's visions were cryptic warnings, but Jack, preoccupied with his writing and the hotel's maintenance, dismissed Danny's fears as mere child's imagination. As winter deepened, the isolation gnawed at Jack, his mind becoming as frigid and stormy as the landscape outside. The hotel seemed to prey on his weaknesses, whispering dark thoughts, resurrecting his inner demons. The lines between reality and nightmare blurred as Jack stumbled upon the hotel's records and the basement accounts that led him to question his sanity and the motives of the Overlook itself. The ghosts of the Overlook were no longer shadows in the corner of Danny's eye. They roamed the halls with intent. The most terrifying of all was the presence in room 217, a malevolent spirit that had never left its quarters. The hotel's power grew stronger, bending the winter's solitude into madness. Wendy, torn between protecting her son and her deteriorating husband, witnessed Jack's transformation from a loving father into a haunted shell. When Danny called out, terrified by a vision of his father's descent into violence, Wendy knew they had to escape. But the Overlook had other plans. One freezing night, driven by the hotel's malevolent will, Jack turned on his family. Armed with a roque mallet, he roamed the hotel's corridors, guided by the ghostly whispers of Grady and the promise of eternal caretakership. Wendy and Danny fled, seeking refuge in the most haunted parts of the hotel, hoping the ghosts would prefer Jack. A game of cat and mouse ensued, with the hotel's shifting corridors and illusory exits trapping them. In a moment of lucidity, or perhaps the hotel's own amusement, Jack found himself briefly freed from the Overlook's grip. He urged Danny and Wendy to leave without him, succumbing to his fate as the hotel's permanent caretaker. Mother and son escaped into the snowy labyrinth outside, the maze reflecting the twisted corridors of the Overlook. As they emerged at dawn, the hotel seemed to groan in defeat, its power waning with the weakening storm. Jack was found days later, frozen in the snow, a grim monument to the Overlook's cruelty. The Overlook Hotel stood silent on the mountain, waiting for its next caretaker, as the echoes of the past whispered through its empty halls.